Hello there friends, Ken here and welcome back to Prison Architect. We've already got some trouble going on. Someone's got a cell phone. Is it Matt Porter? I think so, I think it was one of the other chaps. But anyway, we'll let the guards sort it out. Looks like it was Jeremy Raymond. He had some luxuries on him. That's no good. But we've got plenty of things to do today. I'm just going to pause things. We'll take a quick look at where we're at. Looks like our power's getting a little bit high. Maybe we should think about throwing in a capacitor just quickly while we've got that on the brain. Camp. Oh, it might be under utilities. Yeah. Cost 1,000, so we don't really want to splurge on these. We'll drop another one in just to make sure that we're not running. I think it's when it goes up to the top that it's that you're overdone on power. So we'll see if that's gone down a little bit once we add another capacitor. We are doing a lot of stuff power-wise. Looks like also down here we need to wire this chap in. So we should probably think about, we've got a long way to go on this investment. The foundation education needs to be done, but I think if we check on our reports, we can look at our programs. Looks like we've got a few people enrolled in that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9 people for now. But we're just going to have to let them get on with that, I suppose. Make sure we've got a good slot in the regime. This work slot here for them to do that. Hopefully that'll be okay. We'll let them get on with it. This is inactive because there's no guards on it. But looks like someone's on the job. 2 people, in fact, on the job. That's good to know. And we should get on with, I think, with raising our prisoner capacity to 50. So let's hop into planning, shall we? I'm thinking maybe down here. Oh, it looks like we've still got some stuff left over from. Where's the? I guess objects would maybe do it. Or is materials the way to go? Objects. Yeah, let's take this. Take these lights down. We're in a bit of a weird place. Not quite sure how they ended up there. But let's plan out our thing. We've got this door down here, which is going to let us get into our newly expanded area of the prison. We did drop a big chunk of money on that, but I'm sure it will come in handy soon enough. So we want to get on the walls and break the walls down, as it were. So we're going to want to come here. We're going to want to leave a gap so people can go up this side. So we'll leave a gap of 1, 2, 3, 4, should we say? And then people can wander in, and then there'll be enough space to wander up there. And then we'll need to work out how we want to do this numbers wise. Maybe we should do that on this side as well then. So where should we have the door? We have it in here, like so, and then have this come down. I guess it can come down all the way to here. Not really any reason otherwise. It's probably going to go across here. So if we do that, our cells have to be 2 by 3, remember. So we could have an initial kind of holding area here. If we want a second holding cell, just as like a as a kind of temporary measure, maybe we should do it here, just so it's easy to access. And then bring that down here. That'll even up things. Let's just use this little bit of corner quite efficiently. And then after that, we're going to want 2 by 3s. So we got 1, 2. If we put one in here, 1, 2, we could put one in here, but that wouldn't necessarily be the most efficient. So maybe we should do a 1, 2, 3, and then a cell here, perhaps. How does that work out? I think that's going to be too big if we do that, or bigger than it needs to be. We've got to think about our efficiency here. We've only got so much space, and we need to get up to 50. And we currently have 20, so we need to build another 30 cells in the long haul. They don't all have to go in here. We can see how this is going and work from there. So you see, if we do that, we're going to end up one slightly too long. So let's just make this building a bit smaller, I guess. Probably the easiest solution there. Now, we need to think about how we want to structure this. So if we have cells here, like so, and have 3, is that 2 by 3? Looks like it. Okay. Do we want to do something like that, perhaps? And then let people come up here, or we could put them in this way around. It's going to be kind of wonky. How would this go? We've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So then, like so. So we could do some kind of weird back-to-back thing here, and or we could have this just as a corridor. But I'm not sure that's. What about? Okay, let me try something different. I'm going to pull these out for a second. What if this was a corridor here, and then we set up cells like so. So we got 1, 2, 3 going like that, and then 1, 2, 3 going like that. This will come up further, and then we're going to do the same like so, and again like so, and then there's your kind of corridor going along here. That seems to go quite well. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need 30, but again, we don't have to do them all at once necessarily. Nice to do that if you can, but certainly not essential. So I'm thinking we go along here like so. Do. And we'll maybe build another door in further up. Just to, I think it's good to have an entrance and an exit. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, and then the wall will go along here. 1, 2, 3, and then top one, like so. That should be pretty good. That should keep everyone in reasonable check. Oh, don't want to do that. There we are. And then we'll leave another 2 gap there, like so. Now, what does that leave us with? We had 10 here, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, like so. I guess we could continue building the, what if this was like the end of that block almost? And then, we made an entrance here. Or somewhere along here. We'll build it out first, and then we could have like a shower section. And we can bring a path through here. That'll be nice and beneficial to have. And I'm thinking we bring these. So that we turn this into like a shower area, like so. And then maybe have it come down here. Although I will say I don't necessarily want the door to be completely opposite the showers. I don't mind the showers being by the door, but you don't want to look through straight into and see all the nudie prisoners. That might be a bit much. So we've currently got, what do we say here, 10 and then 19. So we're going to need another decent chunk of prisoners, or a decent chunk of cells. We're going to need another 11. So let's build up here, and then we got 1, 2, 3, like so, and we'll just bring it across here. Oh, no, that's not going to work, is it? Need to bring that down, bring that down, bring that down. And then the same Kind of the same layout, really. We'll just keep replicating it. 1, 2, 3, 4 across here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Like so. That should be okay. I'm just going to come out to here. We don't necessarily need to mark all these off in planning. That'll be another 9. So then we'd need just like 2 more. Can we fit in, if we go 1, 2 over here. And then 1, 2, 3. Will mean that this goes right up to the wall. But that's probably okay. I don't think that's necessarily an issue. It's okay to have a bit of the prison you can't get round the back of. Or to have this weird dead end here. Like that's shouldn't be a huge issue. And then that's going to do our job like so. And then we'll bring this up. And maybe we'll have another common room and shower over here. Just to kind of tidy things off a bit. Or like I say common room, like a prison cell and shower. The old double whammy. Or maybe we should set up some solitary here. Have a big end shower, like so. There we are. And we'll set up a few solitary cells, like along here. It's not going to quite work out if we do that. Maybe we should... How do I want to do this? That works. Like so. And then you've got this weird sneaky bit in the shower. You know we love our sneaky shower bits. Or we could, we could just bring this door over here. That might be the easier way to do it. And so these are all going to be solitary cells. This is going to be another big shower area. That should work out quite nicely. Should we get building on that? I think we probably can. It's going to be quite a mammoth task, and honestly, my only concern here is whether we can afford it. We are earning money every day, so that's certainly a possibility. It's not going to be cheap, so maybe we should like build up to this area. I wonder if we can see like what the cost is going to be on one of these. Yeah, you see this is going to be way too expensive. Although, hopefully I think we can leave the planning in there for kind of future usage. Right, so for now, what's our best bet? Our best bet is to probably hope for this to go through. So we'll get the time rolling again. And we'll think about how we want to build this out as a kind of starter thing. Maybe if we go up to here, is that going to be enough? I kind of want to include the showers though, if we're going to start building straight off the bat. But I think this is going to, even this is too expensive for our current standards. So we got one more prisoner to replace the last one that escaped. We've got one due for parole, which is good to know. I think maybe we should see if we can get this foundation education course going. We are getting a little bit of money in, but we can't really build too much without over flooding our resources. At least not for now. So let's maybe kick the speed up. Can we do that? Let's do that, and we'll see how things go. It's all looking okay so far. We'll close this down. We've got 3 visitors on site in one group. We should keep an eye on this. We still haven't put the wiring in there. There we go. Looks like that's all up and running now, which should be quite useful to note in case anyone slips contraband while they're in here. Always good to keep an eye on that. Prisoners need feeding. How's that doing? Let's go check on the canteen. Let's just keep an eye on like the general running of our prison. It looks like it's going okay. Just free time at the moment. We've got enough meals for the prisoners. I presume this this bottom thing is the number of meals we've got ready, and this is the number of prisoners above that we need to feed. So as long as the green, there we go. You see they're eating them, and then it clocks up once. It's quite a nice little intuitive system. So you can see who's eating and who's already eaten. Kind of fun. Canteen, of course, got these metal detectors to keep things under control. Guards are keeping things fairly unmonitored. Feels like we're doing okay. One prisoner was unnecessarily searched recently. That's fine. Like, you know, it's a prison at the end of the day. If this was people being stopped on the street unnecessarily, there you go. See, this has brought our power down. That's good. If it was just people being unnecessarily stopped on the street and searched, that's a different matter. But, you know, hey, you get searched occasionally in a prison, that thing's going to happen. Maybe we should take a look at... I'm going to slow things down for a sec. We should take a look at this intelligence, which we've unlocked now. Okay, so weapons. Okay, so you can see where everything was found. Wait, is all this stuff found up in the staff? Surely the staff are allowed to have these things, right? Obviously, oh, it's just telling you where they can be found, I guess. So they're saying, oh, you know, when you come in visitation, these are things that might be given. These are things that might be slipped in to visitation. These are stuff that prisoners could steal from storage. Screwdriver, you know, just standard tools and such. Nothing from the classroom, interestingly. If they get into the morgue, they could take some scissors or a knife. So you do have to be careful of that. I like this is just like some kind of sordid area up here in the staff area. This is where all the real trouble's going on. Knife, fork and spoon in the kitchen. Apparently not in the canteen. So there's no demand for weapons, which is good to hear. I'm glad about that. I don't know what the trade price is. So I see booze and cigs are worth more. Interesting to note. I guess that's what that means. The yellow double dollar is that it's worth a bit more. It's interesting stuff. And also, apparently in this, we can look at informants. We have no confidential informants. But they are telling us these people are tough and stoical. And fearless. So we can recruit prisoners in solitary. So once we've got someone in solitary, like this chap. Like, I guess theoretically you could... I don't want to punish him. I'm quite sure how you go through the recruiting process. But if you do know, leave me a comment. Let's take a look and see what was confiscated recently. Apparently, whoever was in this cell had like 5 telephones or something. Knife, cell phone. Is it all Mark Bird? What a real troublemaker. And a load of cell phones going over here. More Mark Bird stuff. That guy, he's up to no good. Can we take a peek at Mark Bird? There is a way to look at all your prisoners, but... Alright, here we go. He's 19, this chap. This is our man right here. I guess he's being taken back to a cell now. But what do we know about Mark Bird? Take a little peek. Character. He's tough, so he can withstand more punishment, and he won't become suppressed locked in solitary. Oh, okay, so we can't recruit him because he doesn't care when he's in solitary. So you can only do it if you put someone in solitary who is going to be broken down by the experience. Then you can say, hey, you know, do you want to grass for us? Yeah, I like that. So you can look at all these. This is quite cool. Reoffending chance 68%. That's quite high. Oh dear. It's not hold out too much hope for young Mark Bird for now. But everything else is looking okay. We got this prisoner set to come in and replace the one that sneakily got away. I heard someone talking about the escape mode recently, which I haven't actually tried yet. Maybe worth giving a shot at some point, where you get to play as one of the prisoners and work your way through trying to get out of a prison. And they were talking about how they shut the power off to try and increase the chance of a riot. And I was thinking, like, well, the thing that everyone escapes when you're doing building work. That's where the weaknesses are. When people are doing, because then they can just sneak out. Someone's put grass down and it's replaced a fence or something like that. Can we look at prisoners up for parole? Doesn't look like it. How about can we see how many people are passing our? I imagine none of them will have passed it yet. It's still only very early on. But the session length is 3 hours. Well, we've got 3 hours of stuff, but I don't know what the flow is on that sort of stuff. Do you want to allow more prisoners to be brought in? I mean, we don't really have the space for them at the moment. That's the only problem. We could theoretically build this out into like a smaller area. I'm just trying to think what might be the right way to go about that. Like if we build maybe this this thing here. I wonder what the cost on that would be. Although that's kind of a weird one to build. It's a bit of a weird one to build because it's kind of wonky, but we could afford it now. You give it a shot. Okay, let's get this down. It's going to end up being in a bit of a weird place, but we'll build around it going forward. I think, because we've got our plans from the get-go, that's going to make things a little bit simpler. Whether we'll have the money to finish this off remains to be seen, but it's okay. We can always get more money somehow. Well, we'll get more over time anyway. Maybe we should look at our expenses and see if there's anything where we're spending a bunch of money for no reason. Doesn't look like it. I mean, we're paying a lot for. Maybe we're paying too much for workmen, given the amount of work we're doing at the moment. Maybe we should have fewer workmen. But I say that we kind of can't while we're building stuff, I suppose. So it's one of those tough things where you need to really balance out the numbers on that. There's only so much you can do because we kind of need to have this many guards for our prisoners, and we kind of need, because they're all being used up. We need to have like a decent chunk of workmen. Maybe we don't need quite as many as we've got. Maybe we can get rid of a few of them. Can we get rid of like 4 workmen maybe? Boom. Hopefully this doesn't like massively lower their morale. But we'll see. Maybe they will get depressed, and that'll mess things up a bit. But in the meantime, let's get this brick wall down. I was trying to think why there was a single wall there, but then I remembered that we had a shower layout going on. Okay. I think we'll be able to do this financially. We'll at least be able to get it in. They might have to go with basic flooring for a bit, but we should be able to at least get the foundations down, and then we can go from there. Kind of as more money comes in. I guess we can change the prisoner intake for now. We don't really need to bring another one in quite yet, because we'll be getting a bit more money a day now that we've booted out some of those workers. We still got too many. I feel like maybe we still got too many. Like where are we at now, staff wise? We've got 10 workmen is quite a lot. Maybe we should lose a couple more, but we'll contemplate that kind of going forward. Not quite sure what these. Oh, they were hanging out in the staff room. Okay, well that's fine. I think we're okay for now. The only concern really is that is how long it's going to take these prisoners to pass their education course. And you see, they've all been through. They're all getting stuff done, which is good. I think the metal detector binging just means that they're going through it and it's sensing them. I don't think it means that they've done anything wrong necessarily. So we won't worry too much about that for now. But I think our next best plan is, once this is up and running, we can bring in some more prisoners. And I suppose, actually, maybe we should like clock the numbers up, because we can put a couple of cells in. Maybe if we set it to we set it to 2. If nothing else, we can put them in a holding cell, and then once the money comes in for them, which I think we'll get, you get like 500 every time a prisoner comes in. So we'll get £1,000 when they come in, and we'll be able to instantly like flesh out their cells. So that should be okay once we've got it going. Just a case of actually getting it going. And maybe we should also deploy someone in here, but we'll do that once once there are inmates in there. Once it's actually set up for some inmates to get stuff down. Let's also throw in that last brick wall. Apparently I missed. And okay, we're going to wrap up for now. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you've got any good ideas, be sure to drop them in the comments down below for me. Because I'm not quite sure what our best course of action is right now, but I think we're making decent progress. I think once we've got these in, we can start bringing in a few more prisoners. Hopefully the scale will work out a little bit better for us, and that'll make life a little bit easier. We found this lovely picture here of some chap calling home. But yeah, I think once we get a few more prisoners, we can hopefully economy of scale will knock the numbers in our favour. That'll make things a little bit easier. So if you have enjoyed the video, be sure to pop that like button and subscribe to the channel for plenty more Prison Architect and other games as well, of course. I was watching for that guy to eat his meal. And yes, that's going to do it for now. I've been Ken. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers!